on how to go forward with the sequester. And it's a crucial thing because the Republicans are saying these cuts are absolutely draconian and that they will wipe out our national defense. And the president is saying, I partially agree with you on that, and here's my proposal for dealing with that, which includes closing some tax loopholes for millionaires and others. And the Republicans are saying, no, we won't touch those tax loopholes. We are willing to let these horrible defense cuts go in. And so this is one of those moments where the president can cut through those two lines that don't meet each other in the debate and try to create the picture of this debate. Because many people will be hearing about this sequester and these cuts for the very first time tonight.
We're told that the president is on his way to the chamber. Of course, his entrance into the chamber will be announced by the Sergeant-at-Arms, Paul Irving, who will say the big official thing, and then it will take the president forever to get down the aisle as everybody wants to shake his hand as he approaches the podium. But that is momentary. That is just moments away.
First time they'll use a microphone.
The first time to make the announcement?
Instead of Mr. Speaker, which was always broadcast with basso profundo, now we'll be with a microphone. Just like Broadway. It's not like it was, you know?
Well, you never know. Maybe it'll be better.
No, I don't know. It was a talent projection in the old days.
There have been a lot of press leaks this week, a lot of news analysis pieces from people talking to knowledgeable sources saying that we should expect the president in tone to be aggressive tonight, to continue some of the economic populism of his inaugural address. Let's pause to hear him introduced here.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
I don't think the mic ruined it. It was really
I'm just like these people that linger here and get in these things.
These folks, they crowd the aisles. They're there for hours in advance.
Elliot Engel has been there since last week. Every single State of the Union.
And he always says, don't forget Israel.
Right, he doesn't care if it's a Democrat or Republican, he's on the aisle.
You see the president entering along with his Bill Pascal from New Jersey there. You see the president entering along with the congressional leadership right behind him. I see Harry Reid, see Eric Cantor there. And members of Congress, these are coveted seats. Al, I was just saying before the president was introduced here that there's been all of this advance notice that the president will be sort of keeping with this confident, even arguably aggressive tone that he has taken since his re-election. The quote that stood out for me from Politico this week was somebody from it was assigned to a person close to the drafting of the speech.
Right.
Said the president's approach to the Republican Party in this speech would be borrowed from the 2,500-year-old Chinese book of philosophy, The Art of War. And the quote was, "Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across."
I like the quote, and I think that that would be probably a good strategy for the president. I mean, I would hope that we don't see a lot of partisan bickering, but I hope he is aggressive in terms of the proposals that he's going to lay out. This being his last term, most people saying 18 months, and then you start looking lanes up. It's a very important speech as to what his presidency and his legacy is going to mean. And I think as people watch people on the aisles who've been sitting there since the afternoon to get a camera shot more than a handshake, they should not be fooled that all of the people grabbing his hand are necessarily going to be aggressively backing his plans. The real deal is going to be when they leave the chamber, what they will do about what he lays out tonight.
It is, in terms of the bipartisanship, though, to see the president followed immediately by Eric Cantor, to see Eric Cantor shaking hands with the Democratic members of Congress who are there so enthusiastic about the president, to see the change in tone.
She's not going to leave go of it. She's invested in this thing here. These are coming from Maryland.
It was Mark Udall, the senator from Colorado, who started in 2011 this tradition of members of Congress from opposite parties sitting together. He'll be sitting tonight with Alaska Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski. Kirsten Gillibrand of New York, the Democrat, he's there. She'll be sitting with Republican John McCain of Arizona. The conservative Democratic Senator from West Virginia, Joe Manchin, he'll be sitting with Republican Mark Kirk. Democratic Senator Mark Begich of Alaska will sit with a Republican congressman from his home state, Don Young. In Illinois, it'll be a Republican and Democratic congressman sitting together. Dan Lipinski, the Democrat, sitting with Republican Rodney Davis. In Virginia, they're doing the same thing. There's Secretary John Kerry now. Virginia, it'll be Democratic Senator Tim Kaine with Republican Congressman Randy Forbes. President interacting now with members of the Supreme Court. With David Ginsburg, Stephen Breyer.
Probably the most important vote for President Obama was right there, the Chief Justice.
Yeah.
We voted for the health care plan.
That's right. Those are the president's two appointees to the Supreme Court there, Justice Elena Kagan and Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Two of these sort of unheralded but very, very important accomplishments of his first term with the confirmation of those two Supreme Court justices, Sonia Sotomayor, of course, the first Latino or Latina Supreme Court justice in the nation's history. The president now greeting Joint Chiefs, including Ray Odierno, who's the really big, tall, bald guy. It's a long course of duty as commanding general in Iraq. He's now commanding the entire U.S. Army.
Bobby Rush, who was the only one to ever defeat Barack Obama in an election.
Yes. Place of honor.
He showed him, didn't he?
Now with the president taking the dais, you will see Vice President Biden and House Speaker John Boehner behind him throughout the speech tonight. The president will be handed the speech, and we'll get underway, and there will be a lot of applause, and there will be a constitutional duty fulfilled. That's it.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, everybody else. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, fellow Americans. 51 years ago, John F. Kennedy declared to this chamber that the Constitution makes us not rivals for power, but partners for progress.